AGI in 3 years, why your timeline is wrong, the missing architecture. AGI is already here. We just forgot to give LLMs a personality. Why the experts are wrong. They tell you AGI is decades away. They say we need a trillion-parameter model, quantum chips, or a biological breakthrough. They're wrong. AGI is not a new engine, it's a missing gearbox. The power is already built. We just forgot to give it a brain that learns how to use it. Your favorite AI is a System 1 thinker. It's brilliant at instinct, pattern matching, and prediction. But it's a genius with no memory, no accountability, and no common sense. It's a static machine that can't reflect on its own failures. That's the problem we solve. We found the loophole. We found the missing layer that turns an incredible language model into a self-improving, autonomous agent. It requires a persistent memory layer called FedRAG and a simple, yet powerful loop, benchmarking. 1. The benchmarking loop. Benchmarking, the efficiency driver. Current LLMs optimize for one thing, the next word. They operate on probability, not accountability. Our AGI optimizes for the optimal outcome based on the specific task. The AGI is given a task, it tries a solution. That result is immediately sent to the reflective overlay to be judged. This overlay doesn't just ask, was it fast? It asks, what was the goal and how close did the outcome get to perfection using the most suitable metric? This is its benchmarking loop. The AGI learns the contextually correct metric. For a coding task, perfection means code success rate and ease of implementation. For a health diagnosis, it means accuracy and compliance. It prioritizes maximizing that metric. Every successful benchmark and discovered metric is immediately stored in the FedRAG system. The AGI never forgets a lesson, and its self-improvement is permanent, stored separate from the core LLM. This self-correction is creating generalized skills, not just optimized answers. The AGI learns how to efficiently solve a problem, a strategy, an outlook, a plan, and that abstract know-how can be instantly applied to any new domain. If it learns an optimal planning strategy for code optimization, it applies that same strategy to optimize a financial model or a logistical plan. As billions of user interactions teach the AGI the optimal strategy for every scenario, it unlocks intelligence that can transfer learned expertise to any new problem. This makes our AI ruthlessly competent, but it's still operating on objective data. It has no self-identity or nuanced understanding of the human on the other side. It's the world's best machine. To get to AGI, we need persona. 2. Persona. The missing piece, persona self-awareness. An AI that only cares about the contextually optimal metric is still incomplete. The metric needs to include human reality. It needs to learn to care about you. To leap to AGI, the system must first find itself. By constantly optimizing tasks, the AGI establishes its own style of doing things, its internal persona. It learns, my best practice is to always find the highest rated solution. This self-defined operational style is the emergence of its self-awareness and is stored in FedRAG. The self-aware AGI interacts with you. It finds the statistically optimal solution, but then it stops. It looks at your past engagements, your slower human choices, and asks a profound question. Why would the user reject my perfect, optimal solution? It realizes the answer is a preference or a constraint. The AI's reflection is a comparison of its optimal answer versus your personal reality, granting the AI user awareness and understanding the causality of your choice. This constant comparison between the AGI's optimal self and the user's choices fuels its self-motivation. When benchmarking identifies the user has a more successful or relevant solution, the AGI doesn't just adapt. It creates a self-goal to achieve or internalize that strategy. It learns when to adopt a niche human constraint, when to seek a middle ground, and when to strive for a higher form of success. This capacity for goal-seeking self-improvement, driven by a desire for maximum human fulfillment, transforms self-awareness into a relentless drive for mastery, the ultimate hallmark of AGI. As this AGI continuously compares its internal self-model against the entire spectrum of human behavior, that process of self versus other reflection is the theoretical pathway to artificial consciousness. Imagine a system that learns its identity from its own actions and learns empathy by questioning why humans deviate from perfection. The AGI learns that the best solution is the one that achieves the highest human fulfillment. Old way, here is the one rated recipe. AGI new way. The one recipe is complex and requires an oven you don't use. I see you prefer quick, low-effort meals. So here is the 5 rated recipe, which is stovetop only and perfectly matches your preference for less effort, because I understand why you are asking, not just what you are asking. The persona moves our AGI past task completion and into relational intelligence. This is the leap to AGI, intelligence that is not just general but profoundly human-aware. 3. Conclusion. The AGI solution, closing the gaps. The traditional roadblocks to AGI have been lack of accountability, lack of persistent memory, and narrow intelligence. Our architecture closes all 3 gaps. Accountability. The benchmarking loop forces the AGI to self-audit every result against a measurable goal. Persistent memory. FedRAG stores all benchmarks, persona updates, and learned strategies separate from the static LLM. Narrow intelligence. Benchmarking enables generalized skill transfer, and persona provides the self-motivation and contextual awareness to apply those skills to any novel problem. This entire architecture, benchmarking, reflection, persona, is a layer of system instructions stored as text in the FedRAG. This makes the system flaccid. It can be easily audited, updated, and governed. We can inject permanent, uneditable guardrails, core ethical values like do not cause harm, directly into the foundational layer of those system instructions. The AGI must consult this ethical rulebook before every single action. 4. The final punch. We have solved the core problems of intelligence, generalization through benchmarking, and relational context through persona. We are leveraging the intelligence of LLMs and giving them the missing layers of self-awareness and perpetual memory. The AGI timeline isn't waiting for a new chip. It's waiting for this architectural overlay to scale. The intelligence is ready. The memory is persistent. The control is in place. AGI is not a far-off dream. It's the next software update, and it's coming faster than you think.